Happy New Year! Now, come on, let's be honest. Isn't this the time to finally stick to that New Year's resolution to cook more? Well, come on. I have all the perfect recipes and tips and tricks for you all. Welcome to Ramsy in 10. Right, bavette or flank, whatever you like to call it. This steak, trust me, is so versatile and really delicious, especially for those on the go like me. It's so quick to cook with, and I'm going to show you how to make a blackened steak with a delicious kimchi fried rice, adding some beautiful Korean flair to your standard steak. Right, come on, Oscar, pan down, let me show you the ingredients. So this is it. This is a beautiful flank steak, and it's a bit of a chef's cut. But more importantly, the flavour is incredible, okay? So it looks slightly ugly. It's not your fillet, it's not your ribeye, but it is so delicious. Cheap and cheerful and freaking delicious. Leftover rice from the weekend. Okay, a little bit of chili, saturating the oil, some beautiful radish to finish to give that nice acidity, some kimchi, Burford eggs, a little bit of spring onions or scallions across the pond, and then these. In order to cook a steak properly, you need a decent pan, so these are the Rolls Royce of pans. Right, first off, let's get 10 minutes on the clock. Right, first things first, always take this steak out of the fridge, okay? Don't cook the steak ice cold, okay? So take it out of the fridge 10 minutes before you start cooking it. That makes it relax, it starts to render the fat, and more importantly, it cooks so much quicker at room temperature. Bit of salt, bit of pepper, okay? So I like that to sort of sit there, okay? And sort of almost marinate. Now, pans on, get them really nice and hot, okay? The actual kimchi fried rice, I want to get some texture on there as well. And then we're going to top that off with a fried egg. So cook your fried egg nice and slowly. I like to start it off and then let it sit and rest. But let's get some power into that steak. A couple of tablespoons of soy sauce, okay? A couple of tablespoons of hoisin sauce, okay? Oops, delicious. A couple of tablespoons of hoisin sauce, literally equal measures. From there, mix that up. Okay, and then just lightly brush that steak, okay? Brush. Now, you want to cover that. Now, as you can see, I've got all that sort of marinade there. Again, over, roll that in. And again, generously, okay? There's a really nice, fat marbling running through this steak. The secret behind this cut of steak, you've got to let it rest. You never slice this piping hot, okay? The minute you slice it piping hot, you're going to burst the steak and you're going to lose all that amazing flavour. Now, I've already got the marinade in there, okay? So we don't need to oil the pan. I've got the marinade on my plate. Now that I've seasoned it, just a touch more each side. If you want to impart some really good flavour, get that done the night before. Wait till you see the difference in flavour. It's extraordinary. In and lay away from me in the pan, okay? 6 o'clock, right through to 12 o'clock, right on top. Now, time please? 2 minutes gone. 2 minutes gone. Okay, touch of olive oil in there, give that a nice little shake. Now for the rice. Get that pan super hot, okay? If your pan's getting too hot too quickly, just slide it. Turn it down, slide it off the heat. It's the quickest way of cooling down a pan. Now, from there, we've got a really nice colour. You want to caramelise that, okay? Kimchi, hot pan, tablespoon of oil, and then drain off some of that vinegar, okay? And just get it in between the cloth and pat it nice and dry. That's going to get that kimchi nice and crispy. Into the pan. Beautiful. Really beautiful. Touch of salt. Now look at my steak. Colouring beautifully. Up and over. And again, almost got that sort of nice, light barbecue flavour. Oscar, pan down, pan down, pan down. Look at that flavour in there. Caramelising, fat's rendering down, and got that nice intense heat. Right, kimchi. Now we've got some colour on there. Spread out the kimchi, okay? Touch more olive oil, and then open up your rice. When I say open up, I mean just sort of sprinkle it in there. And as you're running that through with your fingers like that, you're opening up those little rice grains. And that way it's going to get really nice and crispy. Do not touch it, okay? Just leave it there and get it nice and crispy. It's like a sort of snap, crackle and pop. Time, please. 6 minutes. What the f? 4 minutes gone, thank you. Right, look at that steak. Best thing to do there now, turn off the gas, okay? Let that cool down, and look, get your marinade and just brush that over there again. That's right, I'm gonna leave the steak cooling down in the pan, okay? Turn that over, and literally brush. Beautiful. Let that sit there and almost cool down in this marinade. So beautiful. Now the rice. Let me show you a little trick. Get the ladle and just bang it down. So you get that rice really nice and crispy. Okay? Push, 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 push down. You'll see why in a minute. From there, a little touch of salt, a little touch of pepper, and just a hint of chili flake, okay? Now for my egg, okay? Start off with a little bit of olive oil, take it off the heat, lightly crack the eggs on a flat surface, and then again, look at the colour of these yolks. Beautiful. Touch of salt, touch of pepper, bring up the heat and let it cook nice and slowly. So look, in. Pan down, please. Look at these eggs, look at these eggs. Look at the colour of those yolks. Come on. That is beautiful. Now, from there, keep that rice super flat. Time, please.
4 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
Right, you're getting slow. Let's go. Now, this is where the rice sort of almost takes on a different level. Look, I'm gonna get it there and just start flipping that. Look at that. Pan down, pan down, pan down, pan down. That is what I call kimchi fried rice. That is so beautiful. Okay, again, pat it back down. Nice and flat. Okay, and get it crispy again. Right, some spring onions, scallions, spring onions, whatever takes your fancy. Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your grandma. Now, slice those. Spring onions down, beautifully done. Into the pan, don't turn them over. Eggs coming up, look at that egg, beautiful, really beautiful. Now look at that rice. Again, flip that over and look, that is crispy. Back down and you turn that around. Time please.
3 minutes, 30 seconds.
3 minutes to go. Now, keep that rice nice and flat. Every time we flatten it, it gets really nice and crispy. Now, egg. Just get that little butter on the side and you'll see that frothing up and literally getting that nice yolk beautifully cooked. From there, keep that rice nice and flat. Really important. And then as that butter starts to froth, it cooks the top of the egg, okay? Really nice way of finishing it. Now for the acidity. The secret here is to take a grater and get these nice little radishes and just sort of lightly grate. And all we're doing here is just putting a little bit of acidity onto the dish. Watch your fingers. Grate nicely. I'm gonna use a little touch of the juice of the kimchi. Okay, just in. A little bit of lemon. Okay. And then just literally let that sit and mix. Now in there, a touch of salt, a little touch of chili flake. Time, please.
2 minutes.
2 minutes to go. Now for the magic to plate this thing. Look at that rice, okay? The rice. This is a very generous and a very sort of, you know, it's a bit of a chef's dish, okay? Because it's just packed with flavour. That kimchi rice is just delicious. It's crispy, it's spicy, it's everything you want from rice. Take my eggs off, turn off the gas, and now, look, with this beautiful steak, don't you dare go too thin. Just open and slice. Sit that on. I want those juices from my pan over the steak, all the flavours in there, and then bang. get my eggs, and that literally just sits on top. And underneath there is that surprise. And then look, with my radish, the pickling goes there. I've got this nice, beautiful little scallop underneath. Time, please.
1 minute to bake.
And there you go. A beautiful cream flare fried kimchi rice with the most amazing steak and eggs in under 10 minutes. Shit, I'm getting good.
You're unbelievable.
To all of you, thank you for watching Ramsy in 10. If I went too quick, I apologise, but slow it down. Now, don't forget to pick up Ramsy in 10 cookbook inspired by this series. And trust me, you're going to come out a much better chef. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my amazing YouTube channel for more. Good luck.